Hello learners, welcome to our today's session. My name is Teacher Steve and I'll be taking you through the science lesson, that is class 5. And in our today's lesson, I will be looking at the topic animals and subtopic classifying animals. So by the end of this session, you should be able to explain the meaning of vertebrates and also the meaning of invertebrates. So now we'll start by first looking at this topic, that is the animals. So under the animals, there are two terms which we are going to look at. Before we move, we are going to look at the we have classify. So we're just going to look at how these words are coming to. We have classify or classification, and we also have classifying animals. Also have classifying animals. So classification is simply grouping or putting into groups. It means that now you take things which have got the same features or which have got the same characters and you put them together. That's what you mean by the term classification. So when we come to classifying animals, this means that grouping animals that have the same behaviors or characters, you put them together. Now very quickly now, let's move to the notes and see how they appear. Now, in this case, we have got the term classifying animals, which I have already explained, that this is to divide into categories or groups. Then now we have now what we are looking at now, classifying animals. This is based on common features or characteristics of particular animals. So in this case now, characteristics of animals are the behavior shown by animals. So animals are grouped. Animals are mainly classified into two groups, and the first group is the vertebrates and the second one now is the invertebrates. Now let's look at the vertebrates. Vertebrates are simply the animals with the backbone. Of course, all of us have heard the term backbone. This means backbone is simply it's a row of bones running at the back of animals from the head down to the tail. If you get hold at the back of your neck, there is a bone running from the neck up to this lower part. That is what we call the backbone. If you look at the picture here, this is a human being, and if you look at, there is this bone that is running from this part to here. You also have it. So this is what is known as the backbone. Now in animals, it also appears the same. This is a skeleton of a fish. If you look at the back of a fish, there is this bone that is running from this point to this point. That is what is known as the backbone. Okay? Now, as we proceed now, we have got two main categories of vertebrates. How they are being classified. But there are other classifications. But now we'll start by looking at the two main ones. And looking at these two main ones, we have got the warm-blooded, and also we have got another one is the cold-blooded. Those are the two categories that we have. The warm-blooded animals, these are animals with a constant body temperature. The body of the animal can be hot, for example, while that of the surrounding is cold. It means that now that this kind of animal, its temperature does not change. It is not affected by the temperature of the surrounding. Okay, so its temperature remains constant. And such animals, we have got the mammals and the birds. These are some of the animals which fall under the warm-blooded. That is the mammals and birds. But mammals, we are going to look at it deeper when we proceed. Another category is the cold-blooded. These are animals with no constant body temperature. The body of the animal changes with that of the surrounding. Okay. Now, for example, we have got the reptiles, fish, and amphibians. If you look at the fish lives in water. Okay. Now, if the temperature inside the water is cold, the animal will take that temperature. If the temperature is hot, that particular animal will take that temperature. Okay. So this is what we mean by not having constant body temperature. It means that the temperature changes in accordance to the surrounding. I believe you've gotten that point very well. Then we move to another point that we look at here are the further classification of the vertebrates. Remember, the warm-blooded and the cold-blooded were the main classifications, okay? And now we have got the further classification. Now, the main classification are those two, but there are other classifications, and that is what we're going to look at. They are classified into these 5 categories. We have got the birds, we have got the amphibians, we have got the mammals, reptiles, and also we have got the fish, okay? So now we'll start by looking at these categories one after the other one. And our first one that we're going to look at is the mammals. We start by looking at the mammals. So here, before we go to the mammals, let me just explain vertebrates and look at the invertebrates. So invertebrates are animals without backbone, okay? So this one, we are going to look at it further as we proceed. But it's good you know these two classifications, that is the vertebrates and the invertebrates. It's good you know them. Vertebrates are those with backbone, and we saw them. Then there are those that don't have backbone at all. They don't have a backbone at all. Those ones are what we call the invertebrates. And you can see the examples. But as time goes by now, as we proceed with this topic, we are going to look at it further. Now let's move to the next one, that is the mammals, okay? So we are going to start by looking at the mammals. The mammals, they fall under the vertebrates. Most mammals fall under the vertebrates, okay? So most of the mammals are domesticated or kept at home. From the word domesticated, these are animals that you keep at home. Is that okay? So here we have got the likes of the cow, sheep, and goat. Of course, we have got, they are quite a number, but now these are the ones that we have, but we are going to see in a video, we are going to see some of them and how they look like. I know some of us maybe, we've not seen them, but as we proceed now, you're going to see them in a video. We also have got another category of mammals that live in forest, okay? There are some that are kept at home, and some are kept in the, and some are in the forest. That is with the likes of elephant and lion. Then, there are also some mammals that live in the sea, okay? We also call them marine, they're also called marine mammals. They're also called marine mammals. So these ones are the likes of the whale and the dolphin. So as we proceed with this topic, we are going to see what makes them to be called mammals and not reptiles. What makes them to be called mammals and not amphibians. We are going to see as we proceed. So right now, I want us to look at some more examples of the mammals. We're going to look at some more examples of mammals. So we are going to look at further examples, that is in the videos of how these mammals look like. So we have got quite a number of them. As you can see, these are the mammals. So I want us to see how they look like. So let's see. So this is a cat. Cat is one of the mammal that is domesticated, that is being kept at home. Of course, I know you have cat in your home. Some of us have cats in our places. Then you also have got a dog. It is also a mammal that you keep at home, that is kept at home. There are quite a number. We are going to see all of them, as you can see. Then you also have a bear. This one is not a domesticated mammal. It is the one that is found in the forest, but it still remains to be a mammal. So don't worry, we are going to see why they are being classified in that manner. Then we also have a monkey, which is also a mammal, but kept in the forest, all right? You have a lion. A lion is also a mammal, but this is a mammal that is found in the forest. You can't keep a lion at home. You only do it at your own risk. You know what I mean? Then you also have got a horse. You've seen a horse. A horse is friendly. You can play with the horse, but you cannot play with a. So all these are mammals. They are quite a number. Sheep. We have sheep in our home. It is a domesticated mammal. Then there are quite a number. We have another one is the elephant. The elephant is a mammal that is found in the forest. It is not a domesticated one. Okay? So there are quite a number. As you can see, all of us know cow. We have it at home. We keep it at home. It's also a mammal. Quite a number. You can just see them. A tiger. A tiger is also a mammal, but you can't keep it at home. Okay? You know what it means when you say you're putting it in the at home. Wolf, also a mammal, but found inside the forest. Then another one, we have got a deer. This one is also in the forest, though friendly. It cannot harm or attack you. Okay. Also a mammal. You can be putting them down. They're quite a number. A donkey, we have it here. Also a mammal. It is being kept at home. There are quite a number. Here we've got pigs also. These are also mammals. And like I said, that as time goes by, we'll be able to see why we put them in that category, why we call them mammals. As you can see, there is also giraffe. There are quite a number of mammals. Cheetah, there you can see it. I know some of us have seen them in the zoo. You've gone to the zoo and seen them physically. Then you also got squirrel, also a mammal. So I think these one are some of the mammals that we have, and they're quite a number. The number is big. We can't exhaust them all. But now, as time goes by, we'll also be able to see the sea mammals. That is the likes of the whale and the dolphins. All these are the sea mammals. So these are the mammals that we have. Kangaroo. But I want us to look at the last one. We also have got the hyena, is also a mammal, and you are going to see this is the fox. So they're quite a big number. So for now, we are going to stop there, and as time goes by, as we continue looking at this topic, we are going to get deeper into it. So thank you so much for your time, and let's meet in our next session. We'll be looking at this one into another level.